Going to dive into Sol. Hi everyone, this is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Solana. The tick is SolUSD. Been inundated with requests to look at this, and yeah, just finally getting around to it. So thank you for your support. Thank you for everything you do in the channel, the contributions, sharing is caring, your comments, your likes, shares, everything, your Telegram membership, the Patreons that are supporting me. It's really good. Big thumbs up to all of you, okay? I'm glad that you're finding these videos helpful, and you know, and I'm glad that you're part of a community here in CoinsKid, so it's all good, it's golden. So diving into Solana, you can see it's absolutely tanking on, it's doing really well, and this is really good to see, to be honest with you, because obviously at the minute the market's indecisive, everyone thinks the bear market's coming and the bull market's over, and I keep reassuring people that it's not, and this is one of those things that you can sort of look at and think, well, yeah, actually, if a bull market is still in underway, then obviously this is, you know, if this wasn't doing this, then obviously the bull market wouldn't be here. So it's all good. It's basically confirmation, and this is what you want to see. You want to see things going up. Obviously things that have gone up and got overextended, they're coming down, they're correcting, just like we're fully transparent with you in the channel. You know, the likes of for example Cardano's got really overextended, Win, BTT, all those sort of projects that you can see just off the bat on the daily time frame. You can see how overextended they are. Now Solana, actually looking at it, is really healthy. It's going up organically, so to speak. It's getting a little bit overextended here and there, but when it comes back down, it's holding support, especially on a daily time frame. And you know what we say about support: hold support, brilliant. Okay, and there are always really good entries to get involved in on support as well. If you're looking at a project and you're thinking, oh my god, you know, it's shooting to the moon, I'm not involved, always buy support. Not financial advice, but always get involved where support holds. So right now on the daily time frame, because if in doubt, zoom out. Okay, if in doubt, zoom out. So right now you can see I'm going to drop a trend line in there, so you see that particular target. This is the RSI. Okay, so when things get really up there, that becomes overbought, and when the things get down in the floor like that, that's oversold. So look at that, an opportunity to get involved. Boom, loads of appreciation. So the last couple of times that well, there was one time that it blew over, but it wasn't a really massive blowover. Look at the chart. Okay, it wasn't a blowover at all, it just carried on. It was a small little blip. But these particular times here, look, that particular time when it got there, really overbought, look what happens to it. Got there, really overbought, big correction back down to the yellow line. So you can see just straight off the RSI, you're not really overbought yet. You've still got quite a bit of room to go. That's why I anticipate that you could potentially move a little bit higher for Solana here. And I will lay down a future price prediction in a moment, but I just want to show you the RSI as an indicator that you could actually squeeze a little bit more life of that before you see it start to roll over and have that sort of correction. So that's the daily time frame covered, and you can see just off the bat that each time it does roll over, look where it comes to. It comes back to the EMAs beautifully. Look at that, rolls back to the EMA, lovely. Sometimes wicks through and comes down to the red line. That's perfectly good, and as long as it's holding, not rolling over, creating that death cross, then you know it's all golden. So at the minute, what an opportunity to get involved in Solana. There's your daily bullish cross. That's your major buy and go to the beach signal from CoinsKid. You see that form on any project in the bull market, you buy and go to the beach. You know how it is in CoinsKid. That's a signal that we give right there, because you can see from this moment it's up 22x basically in a 3 months. That was January the 7th, so you know we're in April, so 4 months basically, boom, 22x. Fantastic, brilliant stuff. So right now you see it's marching on, and right now it is adhering to some upper trend line. So I'm going to drop that particular trend line in for you right now. So as you can see, you've got this particular trend line that it's adhering to, and you can see each time it's falling back to it, holding its support. So right now, if it did get a little bit overextended, as long as it come back and adhere to this trend line, market intact, and as long as you start rolling over and rolling out of this trend line now, then obviously that in itself is a bit of an indicator that you start going to roll over and potentially take these EMAs with you forming the bearish cross, and that is your big buy and go to the that's your big sell and go to the beach signal, so to speak, there on CoinsKid. Okay, so until that time comes, bullish for continuation. So it's all good, so what I'm going to do is zoom in on the 4-hourly time frame right now and lay down a price prediction and see exactly what's going on with Solana. So again, 4-hourly time frame. And as you can see, we'll check out the EMAs. Beautiful. You see that? So right here on the EMAs, you can see each time it gets a little bit overextended, it does roll back to the EMA. And this is what I say to you about buying support. You know, I wouldn't necessarily be saying jump in on Solana right here, because you can see it's sort of blowing over a little bit. it's entirely up to you, not financial advice. You can do what you want with your money, but always buy tested support, because look, as old supports and comes down, they're fantastic opportunities in my opinion. So on the 4 hourly time frame here on the EMAs, you've got this thing called a bullish cross. Do you see this? Boom, bullish cross, another buy and go to the beat signal from CoinsKid. So it's done nothing but appreciate. Boom, boom, back testing support, started to fall through, looked bad, but what it formed was an EMA retest. You see that? And what it did, it gave the slingshot to say, no, we're not going down, we're not forming that bearish cross on the EMAs on the 4 hour, we're going to be recovered, and we're just going to keep going up. And it has. Since Bitcoin started to correct, it's done nothing but go up, and it's standing aside, which again is confirmation of a bull market. So it's really good. So all that aside, then you can see each time it goes up, it comes back down. Where does it come back to? The yellow or the red line. So again, if it does fall down and it holds, great place to enter. So again, never buy overextended EMAs on any time frame. Right now, you can see it's hitting its head. Well, what's it hitting its head on? So obviously it's in price discovery. It's gone up and made a level of resistance right there for itself. When things are in price discovery, they're quite difficult to chart. Okay, you need to see it roll back and find a level of support before you can actually chart it. But I will lay down a price prediction in here for you. So these moves here, these moves are called impulsive and corrective moves. Okay, they're really simple to follow. For example, this move here is impulsive, corrective, impulsive, corrective, impulsive, corrective. And when this corrective move came back, it lost a key level of support, which was indicative of reversal. So it basically reversed. The corrective wave was lost, and it came back down to find a level of support, which it found on a previous swing high there. Do you see that? So when it corrected and come back through the EMAs, it rested and rested on that previous swing high, because this is what things do as they go up. When they come back down, they rest on previous swing highs and swing lows. Really easy to find key levels of support. So what I'm going to do right now is use a Fibonacci to see exactly how this impulsive and corrective waves have been going for Solana, and see if we can lay down a price prediction or a bit of a top moving forward for Solana in this continuation trend. So what you do, this was an impulsive move from here. Okay, so you can see this move's gone up here, impulsive, corrective, impulsive, corrective. So what I'm going to do is lay down the fib. Right, so I'm just going to lay down some fibs to give you a price prediction and a key level of support if it does start to roll over, and you can see exactly where your key levels of support are, and yeah, price prediction moving forward. So basically this is really easy to do. You just bring up your chart and bring up the Fibonacci retracement tool. Okay, so using Fibonacci, then we're going to do a price prediction for you based off Fibonacci, and basically see where this impulsive wave is topping out right now. So as you know, impulsive, corrective, and now you're doing this new impulsive wave. Okay, and you can see it's at a bit of a peak. So what we're going to do, you always go from the corrective wave bottom to the previous impulsive wave top, and that gives you your extension. Okay, do you see that? So basically, I'll zoom in a little bit to make it easier for you to see. So that's the top just there. So impulsive wave up, where you topped out and you've come back down, you've corrected, and what you've done, you bounced off the red line here and you've started to march on a new impulsive wave, and you can see you've gone up there and you've met that price target there. Do you see that? That's actually where you've ran into a level of resistance and you're starting to roll back. So that right now looks like it may be a bit of a top, because the reason is you have the 141 extension, okay, is because you fell through the EMA. Because you fell through the yellow line, it means that the next impulsive wave is a little bit extinguished. Otherwise, you would be, if you bounced off the yellow line here, okay, and you might up in a new impulsive wave, you would be looking at a 1618 extension, which is roughly that. Okay, so that's where it could have got to if it had just bounced off the yellow line nice and healthy. Okay, you like to see it like this, impulsive, corrective, and that big monstrous impulsive wave would have been the 1618 extension. Let's have a look. So I'll show you, so I can explain what I mean, and you can basically see. So because this went up an impulsive wave and that was your top just there, you came back and corrected off this bottom just here. Do you see that? In that next impulsive wave, because you bounced off the yellow line here, the 20 EMA, it was beautiful to go towards that extension there. That's why it did kind of meet that, just shy of it. Do you see that? So if you don't bounce off the yellow line, then you've got to be realistic and say it's an extinguished move, because it's basically running out of steam, and that's why you target the 141. Okay, so you can see you lost the yellow line, you lost the EMA. So the next impulsive wave is obviously going to be a little bit extinguished, so to speak. That's why you would have targeted the 141 and not the 1618. Do you see that? And that's basically what you've done. You've come up and you've hit your head there, and you're basically underneath it now. So you seem to be retracing. So with the retracement, we can actually lay down support targets that you need to adhere to. Otherwise, you're going to start looking at a correction and a reversal wave, and not necessarily a corrective wave. So at the minute, what you've done, you've topped out and you're starting to retrace. So what you can do, you move your Fibonacci tool like this and put that on the top, just like that. If you believe that is your top, if you do start seeing Sol roll over now and starting to come down, you're thinking, where's the support? Where's it going to be? Then this is basically where it is. So you come back down to your supportive wave there, your corrective wave down, sorry, that made the base, okay, of this impulsive wave up. You following me? So you come up in this impulsive wave, you've topped out, okay, and what you've done, you've come down and you're forming a new corrective wave down, and then you're starting this impulsive wave up. So what you're doing on this impulsive wave up, you've topped out, and what you've done, you're rolling over. When you start to roll over, you're falling back on support, and these key levels of support are where traders will put bids in, okay. So basically just here you can see that as you start to fall down, you may see it bounce on these levels of support. Now if one of these particular areas holds and doesn't fall, then that's really good for continuation, because if it does come down all the way down to there and starts to fall through it, that's a big signal that you're going to get the reversal wave back down to where you formed the impulsive wave. So do keep an eye on that, because if it does roll over, you're looking at a bit of a correction there for Sol from this point down, you know, of roughly 31%. That's why that particular level needs to hold. That's called the golden ratio, okay, and that is 36.58. So you need to see that hold in this corrective wave. I'm not saying it's going to come all the way down there, but this is what we do. We give you support levels in this channel, okay, and we explain them why as well to you. So at the moment you can't see it come down any lower than that, because if it does start to come lower than that, you're going to see the reversal, okay. Boom, job done. Now a really good entry point on a reversal wave, a corrective wave so to speak, is this particular level here. So if you're not already involved in Solana and you're looking to get involved, then do anticipate that you might see Solana come back down here, sort of wick below this yellow line. It will sit and hug on it, but you may get a wick down to that particular level there at 38.37, and that might be proved to be a really good entry point, because if it does hold that particular level at 38.37, that would be the basically the reversal wave, and that would be the start of the next impulsive wave. And if it can hold that particular level and march on with this next impulsive wave, I can give you a price prediction based off that. So what I'm going to do is drop that particular level in right now as a key level of support that we do need to see Solana hold, if it does hold and comes back to. Now I also want to make you aware as well, in strong uptrends, you know, when price does retrace in really strong uptrends, sometimes it just retraces to a higher level on the Fibonacci, okay. Usually, you know, in a really strong uptrend, it'll bounce off this particular level. If not, it will bounce off this particular level, this 0382. So do target that, because if you do start to see it lose 42.69, it's come back down, you don't know why, it starts to lose that, and it starts to lose 40.25 and comes back down, that's where you want to put some bids in, because you will see it bounce off that particular level really strong in an uptrend, okay, and then obviously wick off that and then come back up in that impulsive wave there. So basically what I'm going to do is lay down a future price prediction using exactly what we've just done there for that extension. That would actually see you just wick below the 20 and not necessarily come down to the 55. So you could actually use the 1618 extension as a good price prediction. So what you do, you basically reverse this, okay, like we've just done. That would be your top, this would be your bottom of your impulsive wave that you're forming, and then you could see that potentially you could see Solana pushing up to that level, but because it's going to bounce off the yellow line, which we've already gone through, do you remember that? We've gone through all that. You could see Solana march on to this particular level right here, and I will put this in for you. So you could actually see Solana on the next impulsive wave march on to 53.39. So that's what you do. That's how you lay down price predictions in current time frames for particular projects. So that's where Solana could get to, providing it comes back down, doesn't lose the support of the zero, this particular level there, that was a 050, okay, on the retracement, and that particular level is 38.39. If it does come back down to there, you could see it potentially march on and get to that price prediction there, which would be a fantastic trade of around 40% for Solana. So that's basically Solana. I hope you enjoyed that update. I hope I was transparent and coherent in what I'm saying. If you've got any questions, just ask. So yeah, providing we come down, hold support, then Solana could actually go on to that price prediction up there in the future. Do take care, everybody. And obviously, you know, if it does roll over and it loses that level there, it will correct and come down to where it formed the previous bottom of the impulsive wave, which is roughly $31.40 just there, okay, as a base level of support. So you've got all the price targets in there now, support and resistance and stuff like that. So take care, everyone. Stay tuned, stay safe, stay strong, and most importantly, make sure you come back to the other videos. Take care. Bye bye.